Good day, puppy lovers. I have Gizmo with me. Little Gizmo. Gizmo gets a shave. So we're going to shave him today. So sit back, relax, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. Gizmo, Gizmo, Gizmo. Gizmo gets a shave. Yes, you do. Okay, so tip number 1. You shave the dog before putting the dog in the bath because you don't want to have to dry what's going to be shaved anyway. So I'm going to start with this 7F and shave the whole body, and we're going to go straight to the tub. Hang on, honey. Hang on, honey. Sit your bum bum. Oh, okay. So if the dog doesn't want to sit, sometimes it works. You can just kind of put your hands behind the knees like that and they'll sit. That's another little tip and trick. Here we go. Shave down. Another tip is for older dogs, you got to be sure that the dog doesn't have any warts and whatnot. So always check to see if your dog has any warts, because you don't want to be shaving that wart off. Here's another tip. Wear a mask. Masks are so important when you're grooming because there's a disease called groomer's lung, and you don't want that. You just don't want that, because all the little hairs that you're breathing in when you're grooming, after years of grooming, if you get groomer's lung, you'll have trouble with your breathing. You don't want to get sick. It's just serious, guys. You need to wear something to be sure that you don't get sick. My husband right now, he has problems with his lungs right now, and that's due to not wearing masks. And you know, he does construction, painting, all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, you don't want to get stuck with lung problems. Here's a little tip. All right, so as you're shaving the leg, you lock the knee. See this knee here? If you hold that knee locked, they can't pull the knee back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way down and see how all this hair is still there. Even though I'm shaving down, it's still there. What I like to do is come in reverse and then go get it in reverse, just that part. And I like to do the front also, like this. The back. All this is in reverse. Lock the leg again. See how I'm holding the knee? I have my hand right back there, my thumb right back there, and the leg stays nice and taut. Okay? So yes, you're going to say, yeah, but this is going to be shorter than this. Yeah, but who cares? Who really cares? It doesn't show. It doesn't really show. This is not a show dog. This is a shave down for it's a family pet. He's a family pet. So see, when you're shaving at the neck here, often you'll find that they're bony. Some are bonier than others. So you may not want to do just a swoop down. You may want to come in different angles because you got to go around all those bones. So it's okay to do different directions here. And he doesn't want me holding his head, holding him by the chinny chin chin. There you go, hon. The other side. Hang on. Wait a minute. And do your belly. Up, belly. Okay, from one dog to another, depending on the age of the dog and you know how well they're able to do this. Not all dogs like to stand on their hind feet like that. So if you can't do that, just lift the arm like this and come in and do it with the arm lifted. Just don't pull the arm away too much. Try to keep the arm as close to the body as possible. I'm going to show you the arms. This is another time that I'll lock the leg. See how he can pull his arm away from me? If you're holding the arm like this, I have one finger around, holding the arm like this. I can actually lock that arm. He still will pull, and he might give me a struggle also just the same, but at least the arm is straight. Okay, I'll come in, keep that arm locked, and I'm gonna come in. I do the opposite direction this way, same thing here. I'm just keeping my arm up against his shoulder here, pulling the leg out. Opposite. And then I come back in this way too. See how much hair came out? And I'll show you on the other side again. And you got to be sure that right here between that toe, you know, there's a little toe there, you can clean that up. It's getting warm, so you want to change blades. This is another 7, it's the same length, just changing blades. And do the same thing, show you what I did, okay? So I'm going to lock that leg straight, I'm going straight down. Now see, I'm going to go in one direction. See how I did one direction? Okay, there's no more hair coming off, so you think that you're done. You're not, go in the other direction. See that? Because if you look at how the hair grows, some hairs grow this way and some grow that way. So that's why you're doing 2 different directions. Do the same thing on this side, I'll go this way. These in general not so bad, so on that side. Hang on, honey. He likes to fight me. He likes to pull. He's a good boy, but he likes to pull. So remember guys, he didn't have his bath yet, so we're going straight to the bath. We done, hun? Let's go bath. So for those who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Jenn, a professional dog groomer since 2010, and I absolutely love and enjoy to show you guys and help you guys, you know, show you guys what I know. I've been doing this for 15 years now, and I own my little grooming salon at home. I got my own spot there, nice and wet. Okay, let's give him a nice rub-a-dub. Oh, I just want to show you guys this poor boy. His eyes are really bad. He's an older dog, so look at this eye here. He has, of course he has some infection, but that's not really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at how dry the eyeball is and how red that is. Poor little one. I can't see any white. I don't know if you can see through that eye. Oh, poor little one. All right, so I'm gonna clean those eyes. Oh, there they are, cottons. Oh, okay, I'm gonna clean the eyes, and you wanna be sure, like this was already cleaned, but I'm gonna clean again, you know, put more alcohol on there. Let that dry a second. I'm gonna use some eye cleaner. Where's my eye cleaner? This is tear stain, okay. All right, so one thing you wanna be sure is whenever they have eye problems like that, you don't wanna be using the tool without disinfecting. When you're, like, example, I'm gonna use this side here. This eye is okay, there's no infection. It's just a dirty eye, right? Yes, it is. I'm gonna clean this side. I'm not cleaning the other side. Oh, you like that, huh? He's just relaxing. See, I did wash this stop and all that, but right by the eye like that, using the product, I prefer using the product. Okay, so that's one side. I'm going to take a new pad here. You never want to use the same, you know, on the other side if they have infection. So there was no infection in that eye, so I used this first. Then I'm going to wipe it up. I put more alcohol, of course. Okay, give it a second. Throw this out. This one, throwing it out. I'm going to put more on a new pad. And I'm gonna come look at his eye. He's got a little bit of eye poopers there. Just a little, not much. It's more, the infection's more inside the eye here. Oh, oh. And then I'm gonna clean that, just that side. Hang on, honey. Mom and Dad are already caring for his eyes. He's had this problem for a while now. They put product and whatnot, drops in his eyes or whatever it is that they're putting, but they're putting medicine in his eye. So now I'm gonna wipe this up, and this is going straight here. Later on, I'm gonna wash that and disinfect it because I don't want to contaminate another pup, you know? You know? Do you know? So we'll check out his ears and see how his ears are doing. If you're using, sometimes I'll use only one round, and if I do, I will clean one side and then I'll flip it and use the other side for the other ear. He's got big ears. When they got bigger ears, I tend to use 2 rounds in general. Show me your big ears. Show me your big ears. Oh yeah, we're gonna go right down in there. See what that looks like. And you can go in deep enough because he's got a big ear hole. And don't forget to clean the flap, the ear leather also. And there's all kinds of little cracks and crevices to get in. As long as you're, I'm gonna flip it. As long as it's coming out dirty, you're not done. If it comes out clean, then you're done. So I'm gonna use the other one for the other ear. Let's do this again, hun. We're gonna go right down in there. There. Add some liquid in there to clean it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. See the dirt? Flip it. Clean the little ear leather here. Still clean all the crevices and cracks in there. If it comes out clean, then we're done. So I'm going to show you my go-to dryers for the head. As you see, he's all dry, but the head's not dry yet. I either let the head dry on its own, and then at the end of the groom, once I'm done all the body and it's time to groom his head, his or her head, then I will maybe use the Dews dryer and just let, dry and brush a little bit to be sure that there's no kinks or curls, the best I can. Remember, these are not show dogs, these are family pets. So, it's not a must, but unless the client really wants you to be sure you take the kinks and curls out. But anyhow, what I usually do, I'll just brush out the head, let the hair dry like that. Hang on, I'm gonna show you. And I might use a dry towel here just to try to absorb all of that off. Some dogs just do not want their heads dried at all and they fight. You don't want to be fighting the dog. You'll be way too tired at the end of the day and your dog will be traumatized. So you don't want that. What you do want is you want to work smart, efficiently, and that everyone is, you and the dog are satisfied with the groom, with the experience. So I'll wipe up the head just a little bit and be sure that I can separate all of the hairs the best I can with the finer comb, fine, like that. Either let it dry like that, and at the end I'll just blow dry just a little bit with that. I can also use, there are 2 different dryers I have here. I have the iPettie, I-P-E-T-T-I-E, I think that's what it's called. And yeah, you can use this, it's a brush, and the heat comes from here. I got this off of Amazon. Little hairs there. And you can use this on the head. Just remember, this is just like a slicker brush. You don't want to be brushing on the skin. You want to tap and pull away, and do not tap hard. You want to just lightly, because tapping hard on the head, that's bone. Try it on your skin, try it on the bone, see how that feels. So you either use this, and you have 2 settings on this, stronger. See, sometimes what I'll do is I'll see what dryer the dog prefers. Of course, it's a little longer to dry like this than to use your the force dryer. If you're using the force dryer, of course, you use the force dryer far away from the dog's head, so you don't want to be getting any air in his nose and whatnot. Okay, so that's just one example. Other example is this one here. I call it a wand. That's not what it's called, but I still call it a wand. You have different ends that you can put. This is the one I'm using here. It comes with different attachments. And you have your settings over here. And some dogs prefer this one. It may sound a little loud on video, but I assure you it's not loud. I've noticed that it sounds a little louder on video. See? So you can use it like that too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with this Groom, and I'm going to finish his head off, if needed, with the other blow dryer there. So I just wanted to show you those two cool tools. So again, there are some dogs that prefer not standing like this. He's semi-okay. He has a little bit of weight. Sometimes when they have a little bit of weight, they have a little trouble with their hind legs. So when that happens, you'll want to just do it from the back like this. See? All cleaned up. On the side too. What you do want to get is you want to be sure that you get the hair in front of where the jet stream happens, because that's where they get all dirty and wet, and it can be smelly, and yeah, you don't want that. You want this, all of that out. So of course you want to come in and do a second pass after his bath to make sure it's nice and equal and even everywhere. How nice that coat is. I'm going to show you what I use for shine afterwards. So to finish off the body, I'm going to show you something up for his feet here. Often, it depends on the client what they want, but some clients will ask for me to completely shave, and we want to have those toes exposed. They never mentioned that to me. I've been grooming him for years now, and they've never mentioned that they wanted exposed toes. So what I like to do is when I'm shaving the leg, I'll shave all the way down in this direction. When I'm doing this direction, I start it up here above the toes, okay? And then I'll come down with this one like that. You can fluff up the toes and take just a little bit, either with your straights like this or with your thinners. But I find that it makes for a nicer foot when the toes are not completely exposed. But if the client is asking for that, then go ahead and expose those toes. So here's a 16 millimeter. I like to do it in the opposite direction, the head. I find that there's less of the danger of poking an eye. That's just how I do it. If you're comfortable the other way, then go ahead. It's up to you. We all work differently. No right or wrong way, as long as you get the job done. All right, so let's get an ear done. Show you how I'll do Yorkie ear. Okay, so he has a little bit of curls here and there. It's because he dried naturally, but it's fine. He's fine. Lightly on the ears. There. All right, lightly, lightly. You don't want to scratch them. Okay, so I'm going to use a 10 blade for this. We're going to just tip the ear, and that would be 1/3. So you got the back of the ear here, split that in 3, hold that leather, the tip. Always have your finger, see how my finger's behind? I have both fingers there actually. just going to make a straight line down. Hey, hey, hey. That's good enough. Okay. And then I'm going to tip the tip. You're going to want to hold the ear. You want to have the leather behind that finger. You come back in this way. I do the same thing. Watch it. Pull everything out. I'm making sure that leather is behind my fingers. So anything that's in front of my fingers, fine. Won't get cut. Okay? I do it again here. There. All right. So next step, we're going to do just one ear. I usually do both at the same time, but we'll just do one ear for the purpose of. All right, so I'll leave just a little bit from the leather. That's up to you what length you want to leave this. I know he's going to be shorter here, so if he's got a, like if it's a bigger face, you might want to leave a little more, but I'm just going to come reach into there, all the way to that tip, fold in half, get rid of everything that's just sticking out. You just want to come in and see how it's longer here, and we go shorter and shorter to the shortest from the edge of the tip, from the edge of the ear. See the edge of the ears here, like that. So I'm going to be longer here, and it comes in shorter and shorter and shorter and shortest. Okay. What I usually do, there are different ways you can do this. This is just the way I do it. I guess it's the lazy way. I just come in, hold the ear, and come in and chomp everything out. Anything that's hanging back here, that's all that junk, it's got to go. And I say the lazy way, but it's the way where the hair doesn't grow back as fast. So your client will be satisfied, you know, till the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. At least the dog, their ears might not get too heavy, and so that's just how I do it, okay? There's another way you can do it. If I show you, I'm going to show you the tip again. I'm going to hold the tip of the ear. Got my fingers back there. I'm at about a third. Not always easy to create a straight line, but you're not looking for perfection. Pull all the hair out. Hold that tip. Make sure you're not going to cut the ear. Same thing here. Pull all of that hair out. Hold that tip. Same thing there. Next. All right, hang on. See? And take a little bit of this off right here. I'm just going to go on. I see right through to where his ear leather is. Okay. Same thing. Hold the ear in half. Fold the ear in half. There. Now there's another way you can do this depending on the length of the hair. You can also bring this hair straight up. You can bring this hair straight up and cut at approximately where you left off here, where you started shaving here, that line that you made. You can hold this up and just give it a cut with some thinners. I'm so sorry, camera's not, okay, sorry guys. Okay, but I, see, do it like that too. I prefer just holding everything back. There. See, it's fine. You're fine. Okay. So I'll come and finish that off afterwards. Another tip here is, see how I try to hold his head. Oh, now he's not going to do it anymore. See, he's always constantly pulling away from me while I'm trying to work. So you know what the tip is for that? Accept it. That's my tip of the day. You have to just accept that that's how it is. If they won't let you hold their chin, their mouth, their muzzle, you know what? You do the best you can. And don't aim for perfect, because with dogs like that, perfect does not exist. Oh, and I also want to show you guys what I use to give them a little bit of shine. This stuff is called BioSilk, Silk Therapy. And no, I'm not sponsored, or I just put a little bit on his back like that, just to show you. Look at this. It's not greasy. It's just soft, and it smells amazing. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. And also a little bit of perfume here, a little spritz on top, a little spritz underneath, and you're ready to go see your mama. So let me know what your favorite tip was today. And if you have any questions, I'll probably add that answer to my next video. So any questions, and I'll feature your question on my upcoming video. Okay, so I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Lots of tips and tricks. I do have what you call memberships going. So in those videos, I am sharing full grooms, no edits. And if ever you're interested, I also have a new YouTube channel called Backyard Gardening with Liz, where I'm creating a huge garden project. And yeah, so if you want to join me there, you are more than welcome. So please help out this channel, guys. I've been here 2 years, still working at it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Have you been watching my videos? Have you subscribed yet? You can click on subscribe and just join in on the fun and on the learning. So till next time, guys, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.
Hey there, pet parents and grooming gurus. If you enjoyed my tail-wagging transformations and want more tips to keep your furry friends looking fabulous, just hit that subscribe button. Remember, every click helps spread the love and lathers of grooming joy. Subscribe now and let's embark on this fluffy journey together.